Hello.
Hi, Jim. Hi, Gianluca. Have you here? Welcome everyone to the founder stage. Before we get started, let me very quickly introduce what we're doing here today, what this is. So I'm Lena, DevOps engineer at Celo, which is the leading Ethereum L2, and as the frontier chain for global impact, we're scaling real-world solutions for all. And this right now is the fourth episode already of the founder stage. Make sure to check out all the other episodes. Super interesting if you're considering building for MiniPay. And yeah, in this, on the founder stage, we highlight mini app founders and builders who are building for MiniPay. If you're very new and if you've been sleeping, I'll quickly explain what MiniPay is. It's a self-custodial stablecoin wallet that was built on Celo with more than 12 million activated wallets. It was built by Opera, and it offers near zero fee transactions and that are making stablecoins useful throughout the world. And yeah, now welcome to Gianluca, head of growth at Daimo. Hi. Great to
Hello.
have you. Very excited for today. Before we get started with Daimo, do you want to do a very quick introduction of yourself and also the problem you were trying to solve when you started working at Daimo?
Yeah. Hello, everybody. I'm Gianluca. I'm obsessed about fixing money, reshaping the way we interact with money. I'm originally from Argentina, even if it doesn't sound like. Um, my parents lost everything from a bank run, and they had to flee in France. So that's why I sound French. But essentially, yeah, I worked at Daimo since a year ago. Um, we were really I'm really excited to work alongside the demo team, and the objective is to make the best onboarding into stablecoin apps. um, we want to really break the barrier between this wonderful technology and retail users who actually needs it, and we really want to make frictionless experience to get in and out stablecoin apps. And so we're powering MiniPay for the deposit flow.
Amazing. When you talk about the RAM for stablecoin apps, it's a kind of a niche. How did you get there, and how would you explain that more in practice?
Yes. I mean, the funny thing is that Daimo started by being a wallet. Before joining Daimo, I was building a wallet too, and we just lived the pain points. I think the new version of Daimo now is sort of like what we would have dreamed to have when we built our wallet. Um, and we know that that doesn't only apply to wallets or stablecoin neobanks. It really applies to any like digital currency experience, let's say, that goes from a prediction market to a lending protocol. Is currently, just by the fact that we show a public address to tell you to deposit there or create a wallet, like all of these just add so much friction since the beginning. And so yeah, I mean, I think the main reason how we ended up there is just that we lived the pain point first, and we saw that we were really well positioned to solve it.
Yeah, amazing. And I feel like the numbers we will get later to them prove that you're on the right path and you're doing a very amazing job. Um, a bit more to what you mentioned, you want to improve how money works. And how does that look like from where you sit and
Um, uh, how does it look like my day to day? Yeah,
I
what's
mean,
the question?
with Daimo, with your roadmap for just improving money when we talk about, I guess you answered that for building wallets, but also how does it make that easier for users, right?
I think that like more the fixing money is sort of like my personal goal. So like that's like my life goal. I think that really comes into multiple layers. Is uh, currency competition. People should be free to choose the currency they want to. I mean that's why we love to build with MiniPay. Is that like there is people living in countries in Africa where their currency is just not good, and being able for them to escape this terrible loop by saving in dollars or in gold, it's like a real opportunity, and this opportunity we should like uh, seek to offer it to any individual in the world. I think that's like more like personal like beliefs. Um, but essentially for Daimo, I think it really comes close to that too. It's um, we we know how wonderful are all this technology being built on chain, and currently one of the main pain points is that a lot of people are missing it because it's just too niche, and we want to really abstract that from the onboarding layer, that like it really just feel like a new fintech app, and that the whole like back end, the technology behind is just a detail that the retail user should not be aware of.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you mentioned Africa, but I think for Latam it's the same, right? Inflation is so high, and like access to US dollar or any kind of stable value is it's not that easy. So I think it's even like solving a very global issue that you also
Totally.
approach.
Or even like to be more extreme, like Americans, like you look at the US dollar, like giving them the opportunity to save in gold or BTC. Bitcoin is just like it's a real it's like a real opportunity for anyone to just like really choose what they want to save in. Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, I feel like not financial advice. Euro is more stable than anything. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get my salary in dollars, and right now I'm not exchanging.
Yes.
But yeah, let's look a bit more on like how Daimo was built, where you're deployed. I know you're Daimo is deployed on a lot of chains. I would say Ethereum based and Solana, and I guess you can tell us the exact number. But talking about Celo, what made it worth to integrate Celo? How did you get to build on Celo? Can you share a bit more about that?
Yes, I mean, what the main reason we integrate chain generally is by demand. So like we could integrate like 100 chains, and we have done the decision to not do it because like there is just many chains that are not worth to integrate. So yeah, the reason we integrated Celo is that like MiniPay made a lot of sense as a use case. It's a really serious company. Um, and the unlock of Daimo into the app was huge. So I think that was like one of the big reason we decided to integrate Celo. And then what's great about Celo, and like we're seeing like a lot of company now starting to copy the main design, is this idea that like you don't need, and I think that also was one of the main reason MiniPay decided to integrate to build on Celo, is this idea that you don't need gas fee to use your stablecoins. You can directly spend natively your USD stablecoin out of your wallet, which like that's like really great design. And yeah, I like this focus a lot on real world use case, right? Like that just come from this like pretty simple design, and now you see like org, stable, tempo copying this design, which shows like Celo was pretty early.
Yeah, no, I agree. That was one of the main reasons why I chose to work on Celo is that inherent architecture and design of the chain is already focused on accessibility with the fee abstraction and phone number mapping and so on. Again, as you say, why MiniPay was it possible? It was possible to build a stablecoin wallet like MiniPay way before, or like when people only started talking about chain abstraction, account abstraction, right? So
Yes.
and yeah, how did you get started? Like, when did you notice MiniPay? Was the conversation going until you reached with like the agreement with MiniPay to go live? Like, how did the process look
Um,
like?
oh, that's a good question. I can't remember actually. I
It's
don't know who
really
reached
a
who,
long time
but
ago. Yeah.
I think I really don't remember now. But it really came naturally. We were like building the product, and we sort of like adapted the product so it really like we went actually in two steps. We actually shipped a mini app that like um, enable us to like really ship really quickly um, MiniPay into the app, and then the second iteration we work on like a deeper integration where it's natively part of the deposit flow. And yeah, I can demo it afterwards. It feels really great. And now that's the new current integration. We have like
Yeah,
directly
maybe
embedded
before
flow.
we move on, do you have you just mentioned you could demo it. If you have something ready, you can.
Yes, I do.
Think
Let me share my
that would
screen.
be super helpful for everybody who is watching to understand the app that we're talking about. Yeah, I've already used Daimo. I really it's so easy to use, and now we had some people asking, "Where's Daimo? I don't see it as an app anymore." But as you mentioned, you already moved on from being an app to just being way more deeper integrated with
Yeah.
MiniPay itself.
Yes, I'll now show for the people looking at the video where they can find Daimo. So this is my phone, like my MiniPay account. So as you can see, I can deposit or withdraw. So if you press deposit, okay, and then
Mm-hmm.
you press wallet or exchange, here you'll see you can deposit with the new smart flow, but you can also continue with the manual deposit that you are used to if you just deposit on Celo. And so here, if you press continue, it will load the new integrated demo flow. And so you can use Tron USDT. You can deposit with your favorite wallet. You can deposit with an exchange. And we support Coinbase, that's popular here in America, where I'm calling from, Binance, that like lot of people know, and Lemon, that is really popular in Argentina. So I can click here for Coinbase. I can select the amount. Let's do $25. I press continue. And here I'm going to open my Coinbase. And so what's going to happen here, I if the internet is fast enough, I will just connect my Coinbase account. So normally Coinbase doesn't support natively Celo, but that's not a problem. So you see it directly pull my USDC balance. It takes the $25. And so I can just confirm, and I will connect with my Coinbase account. And so now it's going to directly send from Coinbase on Base, and we will smoothly bring it to MiniPay on Celo. So here we'll just wait for a few seconds, the time Coinbase sends, and here you see we received the payment on Base. It processed the payment, and we just got it.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I think it's amazing to just have everything in the app, and then you see all of the options without having to go copy an address, find an address, and have like three different workflows, and you just this makes it so much easier, right? And especially I think for people who are new to Web3, sending money is still scary, or like you're always worried you're doing the wrong thing, and having this process just guiding you through everything is super helpful and makes it way more accessible to on-ramp. Um, so yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much. And so if we are so you've been building Daimo before, right? Before the MiniPay partnership. Could you share more about what we kind of like what were real friction points and how you for kind of like for you to onboard users, and how that also changed with onboarding with Opera and MiniPay.
So like the challenges to integrate MiniPay, that's the question.
Before you moved on, and how that changed also the user experience, like Daimo users experience, and what that did.
Yeah, I mean, integrating was pretty easy. I think what's great about MiniPay that they use the current Web3 standard for like wallet injection and stuff like that compared to other mini app competitor where it's a real pain to use their custom wallet connection, etc. So yeah, I mean, for us honestly was pretty straightforward. And then we have like an SDK that was like already built for it. Like it has been pretty quick.
And for users, just the user experience, how would you say, like you had a standalone app before, how is that changing?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like users are pretty happy by Daimo existing in MiniPay. They went from, I think they're like really high, like way more deposits from crypto flows since Daimo is there, because like they just went from supporting the three stablecoins on Celo, which are like not available in many exchanges or like in what people have in the wallet, to just like accept almost anything. So really proud of that, to like sort of like the analogy from Charles at MiniPay that I just find fantastic is that MiniPay is a luxury island that had like boat access, and Daimo brought an international airport on it. So
Yeah, I
pretty,
love that. Yeah, you're onboarding the Web3 community to MiniPay.
yeah. Yeah, and sort of the like next objective is bringing the non-Web3 community to it. That's a bit like the big focus for us this year, is that we will like auto detect from which country you're from, and we will open you banking rails deposits so that like you can smoothly onboard from what you're currently used to. That's the end goal.
Okay. So many exciting announcements already in the middle,
Yeah.
so people can be excited. And just a bit about the collaboration with the Opera and MiniPay team. How did that go? What can you share about that? Some like I'm sure you work with a lot of partners. What were highlights, and how did the collaboration
Yeah,
go?
working was great with them is great. We are preparing some exciting things this year with them, and yeah, they've been great partners. I think we're like really happy of um, um, enabling this like better access for the MiniPay community to deposit from anywhere, and enable them to like not focus that much in what was before a pain, that is like getting this distribution because of the rails available. And yeah, if we can like help them with that every day and keep improving it, that we're like really happy.
Talking about distribution, how, like from a ramp perspective, how is it working with Opera, who has access to hundreds of millions of people, right? What did it mean for Daimo to plug into that?
Like how much it helped for us business wise, like
Yeah,
afterwards.
or like
Uh,
yeah,
I mean, we're a B2B company, so um, we we have like a way, like we look at distribution and sales way differently than like a traditional B2C company. So yeah, it didn't really like impact us that much. We still need to go do some sales afterwards.
yeah, yeah. No, thank you so much. And so maybe. a bit more on the relationship with Opera, like day to day. How do you work with them? How closely? I know the Opera team is incredible, and they spent a lot of time with apps deploying. Can you share a bit more just about the main
Yeah,
collaboration?
they're super reactive. They have like a really high product bar, which is great, and yeah, we like the feedback loops are quick. Whatever like we do together is like it feels pretty fast. So we like that.
To share a bit more about like, what are success stories? We're already going towards the end. What are success stories? What are success numbers that you got really excited about with the collaboration with MiniPay?
Huh. Um, I I don't have like exact number to pull specifically from the partnership, but I think it's like essentially we've just multiplied by like 1,000 the number of currency you can deposit with. Like I think that's like just amazing already. And yeah, I don't want to overstate like the numbers. I don't have it under my eyes, but I think we like easily just multiply by 5 the number of deposit in crypto, right? Um, I think that's like that talks for how useful Daimo is, and we're just looking to like multiply this number even more with like the new rails we keep integrating. And I think also what's so great about Daimo is that like you integrate us once, and then we do the whole hard job every day of like figuring out how we can maximize you the number of rails into your Daimo integration. Um, so yeah, that's having like what we're really proud of MiniPay.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, MiniPay is, I feel like, championing accessibility, and with you as a partner, they make like I think Daimo is just a crucial partner in creating that product. What's you already mentioned that you're now targeting also Web2 users. What else is on your roadmap that you would be excited to share before we finish for today?
I think that's essentially it. Like the main focus is on that. One I think like that's our like sort of big bet. One of the big enabler to do that is gonna be non-USD stablecoin. We start to see like a lot of that raising this year. I think like the most compelling current use case that is happening, there is like a lot of volume of Euro C to USDC flows, Euro E to USDC flows. Um, like I'm European. I receive like my salary in US dollar. Currently, the cheapest way I have to like send a SEPA back to my European bank account is using on-chain FX, and then using a provider to do the bank transfer that like burn my Euro stablecoin. And I think that's gonna happen more and more, and with like a lot of different pairs of currencies. Um, for example, for another client, we have a huge flows of GPYC to USDC. So like Japan, it's that like currently GPYC is one of the best way, cheapest way, fastest way for Japanese user to get on chain. And I think that's just gonna like get even bigger and bigger this year and the next years to come. And sort of like we're like looking a lot into that. So yeah, I think that's like the alpha I can give on what we're like focusing a lot on. And we
Keep me
already
updated.
have like, oh sorry, we already have like
Sorry,
this whole
I think we were looking.
sorry, yeah, we already have this whole engine in behind of Daimo to like handle these swaps at the best rates for the users and cross-chain bridge it to the destination. So for example, like the deepest liquidity of GPYC USDC currently is on Polygon, but like that shouldn't be a limit for people to get on MiniPay. And so we like handle this thing of like, oh, we just get the best liquidity of non-USD stablecoin in the chain that matter, and then we'll make sure it always lands on destination.
That's that's huge. I think adding that and enabling something like that will unlock a whole new and bigger user community. Yeah, let me know when you have the euros dollar FX also on Daimo, so I can use that. And
Okay.
yeah.
But I think that MiniPay already accepts SEPA, right?
Yeah.
So you already have it. But what, for example, I think what's interesting is more for like, let's take the example of Canadian who want to get on MiniPay, or Argentines, or Australian or Japanese. I think like we're like sort of like looking a lot into this really long tail of local bank accounts and make sure that we can support them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think making MiniPay even more global. I love that.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time, Gianluca. And yeah, very excited to see all of the updates that are coming. Make sure to check out MiniPay if you haven't, and if you are a builder that's interested in building for a stablecoin wallet with global reach, and also feel free. We have a link in the YouTube video below how you can apply. Thank you so
Amazing.
much, Gianluca.
Thank you, Lena, for your time. Thank you for the viewers on all the platform. Thank you for taking your time to look
Thank
at
you,
it.
everybody, for
Look at MiniPay.
yeah.
They cashback for investing in gold. Go buy gold.
Very, very good. No financial advice, but check it out. Check out the gold, and also if you just hold USDT, both can only recommend. Yeah, nice. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Have a lovely day. Bye.
Goodbye.